was a philosopher who declared that God is dead. The man whose ideas shook the morality, the religion, and the entire Western world. But Nietzsche wasn't celebrating destruction, he was warning us. This is the story of the man who killed God and what he wanted to build from the ashes. So Friedrich Nietzsche was a 19th century German philosopher born in 1844. A quiet, introverted child raised in a religious household, he was expected to become a pastor, like his father. Instead, he became the philosopher who challenged Christianity more fiercely than anyone before him. By his mid-20s, he was a professor, a genius, and a complete outsider, too radical for academia, too intense for society, and too honest for comfort. So Nietzsche never meant a literal death. He meant that modern society had stopped believing, not just in God, but in the entire moral structure built around him. Science, secularism, and modernity had eroded the foundation of Western values. Nietzsche saw a crisis coming. If God is dead, what now gives life meaning? He believed humanity was drifting into nihilism, the belief that nothing has purpose, value, or truth. To Nietzsche, this was the greatest danger of all. Nietzsche argued that Western morality, ideas of good, evil, guilt, humanity, came from Christianity. If belief collapses, those morals collapse with it. He wasn't celebrating this, he was terrified. He believed society was heading towards a spiritual vacuum, a world where people felt lost, empty, and directionless. Sound familiar? Nietzsche didn't want people to fall into despair, he wanted them to create. His answer was the Übermensch, the overman, the person who creates their own values instead of inheriting them. Not a tyrant, not a dictator, but a human being who rises above nihilism and builds meaning from within. The Übermensch is the artist of their own life. Nietzsche believed that all living things are driven by a fundamental force, the will to power, the desire to grow, to overcome, to become stronger. Not domination over others, but mastery over oneself. Self-creation, self-transformation. This idea became one of the most influential concepts in modern psychology and philosophy. Despite his brilliance, Nietzsche lived most of his life alone. His books didn't sell, his ideas were mocked, he suffered chronic illness, migraines, and isolation. In 1889, he collapsed mentally and never recovered. He spent the last 11 years of his life in silence, cared for by his mother and sister. Ironically, he became famous only after he could no longer speak. Nietzsche didn't destroy God, he revealed that society had already done it, and forced us to confront the consequences. His ideas shaped modern psychology, existentialism, postmodernism, literature, art, political theory, and the entire conversation about meaning in a secular world. He remains one of the most misunderstood thinkers in history, not a destroyer, but a prophet of the modern age. Nietzsche didn't want us to live in nothingness, he wanted us to rise above it, to create meaning where none is given, to become who we truly are. God may be dead, but Nietzsche believed humanity could be reborn.